104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.
104.7 The Cave, Sammy, Hagar, and Heavy Metal. Good morning. Mike the intern got Hagar on the phone this morning, and you've got a new show on the Access TV channel happening every Sunday called the Rock and Roll Road Trip. Tell me about it.
Everyone asks me to do a reality show. Every time I turn around, I'm getting an offer to do a reality show, and I don't really want to do something that's too personal. So I thought if I can keep it musical, it'll work. And so Access, I've had a good relationship with them for years. They've done a lot of my concerts, and they've covered my birthday bash a few times. And I said, let's do a show. And they said, what do you want to do? And we made it up, and we shot a pilot with Tommy Lee, and it was great. And they said, let's do some more. And next thing I know, we had 6 in the can, and I've got about 20 ideas for the future. I love it. I think it's the coolest show, unscripted reality show. I'm loving it.
So tell me about the concept of the series.
I go to people's homes or somewhere they choose where it's their favorite hangout or one of their favorite restaurants or something, and we talk. And we talk like on a very personal level, and then at the end of the show, I want to play music. But where it's done and what we talk about and what songs we play is just really not formatted. It happens at the time, and I say to a guy like Tommy Lee, he has a studio at his house, and I say, Tommy, what do you want to play? And he goes, Rock Candy. I go, okay, hit it, you know. That kind of spontaneity really gives the energy to the show.
So obviously a lot of these guys are your friends.
What we talk about, once again, is not scripted. I don't sit and study the guy, you know, and say, oh, he's done this and he's done that. First thing I said to Tommy and to Bob Weir and Mickey Hart, I said, no, we don't have to talk about the Grateful Dead. We don't have to talk about Motley Crue. I want to talk about you. I want to know where you're at in your life today and what you like to do. What does Tommy Lee do when he's hanging around the house? Your fans don't know that, right? But I'm going to show them.
We'll get to more with Sammy Hagar on the way next on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. I'm Mike the intern. Got the Red Rocker Sammy Hagar on the phone talking about his new TV show, Rock and Roll Road Trip, on Access TV every Sunday night. Now, it's kind of hard to get guests to open up about themselves. Tell me how you do that.
I think it disarms the artist when another artist is interviewing them. When your buddy's sitting there next to you, talking to you, the conversation gets a little more deep, a little more interesting, a lot more personal. And I think that's the secret to my show that's going to make it a real success, is that I'm going to squeeze things out of these guys that even their hardest core fans didn't know.
So you got Mickey Hart on the show along with Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead. How's that?
Mickey Hart is one of the most intense people I've ever met in my life. He is so inspiring because he's interested in things. He's interested in sound. He's interested in concepts. He's always doing something really far out. You would never think of a Grateful Dead guy being as buzzed up, high energy and intense into very far out things like Mickey Hart is. So I love his energy. He will wear me out.
So tell me how it was hanging out with Bob Weir.
Bob is a different guy than Mickey. Bob's so mellow. He's interested in things, and he's interested in music, and he's interested in far out concepts, but he's so mellow about it, you know, to where Mickey's in your face and he's on 10, and I just don't see how those guys could write music in a band together. And look, they've been together like 150 years. So the Dead are a phenomena that has defied all theory about human beings in some kind of way.
Sammy, thank you so much for your time this morning. It's a deep cut from ZZ Top, Party on the Patio on 104.7 The Cave.
104.7 The Cave plays pure classic rock.